All right, everybody, welcome back. All right, so today, off to deal with the dynamic duo, as well as Anor Londo as a whole. We're gonna get started. Come straight across the hall. Shields up. There will be a Silver Knight. Get his aggro real quick. So these guys, same strategy as the Black Knights. We're just gonna circle around behind for that beautiful backstab. Now these guys do have a chance to drop their weapons as well. Their weapons, their armor. Very similarly to the Black Knights, so do keep that in mind. If you have any gold coins, you can also use that plus your liquid humanity to boost the drop chances. Not particularly my favorite armor set, aesthetically speaking. It's a bit too shiny for my liking, but it's not a bad armor set by any means. Has pretty good physical damage resistance. The longsword, the Silver Knight longsword, is also a hero. Amazing weapon if you can get it. But what you want to do is you want to come into this far corridor, just in case you guys missed it. We came from there around the stairs into this section here, and you want to take the door on your left. Looks like a sealed room, but it's not. We're going to attack the fireplace. There we go. Not sure why the two-hand wasn't working. And we're going to go down. I do not recall there being literally any enemies here, but as always, shields up to be safe. Now, what we want from down here are some very cool weapons. The thing is, I do remember one of these being a mimic, so that's a mimic there. Chest, 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 chest. Okay, so just one mimic. Let's deal with him very quickly. And that's that dealt with. Oh, we got the club. The club is going to come in very handy when we go to deal with one of the, hello? Just want to heard something. One of the 4 lords that we have to kill. But the main reason we came down here is actually to get Havel's set, as well as Havel's weapon, which is the Dragon Tooth. One of the highest defensive sets in the game. Unfortunately, the requirement for it, the weight requirement for it, is very heavy. I would not suggest using it unless you have leveled your stamina up to get your equip load high enough. In combination, I would also recommend using it with the Havel's ring to increase your equip load. This is the shortcut, yes. And secondly, I would also recommend using the wolf ring to increase your poise, just so you could essentially tank everything, push through everything, pretty much just become like a walking boulder. Enemies can attack you and it does absolutely nothing. Got another mimic here, so just gonna deal with this one quickly again. As I said, Anor Londo is where you actually start to come across mimics a lot more regularly. Okay, that's what it is. There's a knight inside this room that somehow we've aggroed. That's who I keep here running around. Got another one. Yeah, this entire place is just flooded with them, so if you don't remember, chain away is safe, chain towards, you're gonna be lunch. Gonna come in here and take care of our dear friend in here. One backstab with this weapon is more than sufficient. I mean, it is a good area to farm if you're still a little low on levels. As you guys can see, they're pretty much... What's up, bro? Oh yes, there's a Titanite demon on the first floor as well. We have no interest in him just because we don't need his upgrade materials for anything. Down there is where we want to go. So we're going to continue on to our dear friend at the balcony. I seem to have gotten myself a little turned around here. There we go. Close, close. I don't know how in God's name we aggroed that, there he is, he's right there. I don't know how in God's name we aggroed him, but okay. Two overhead attacks will be more than sufficient. Okay, so Sigurd's in there. We're gonna go continue his storyline as well. I really don't know how we aggroed these guys. We shouldn't have been able to aggro them. I swear there used to be one in here, no? Oh no, it's back here. There you are, buddy. Is it just one of you? What's up? As you can see, they hurt, but not in any way, shape, or form like the the Black Knights do. These guys are they're kind of like the pushover versions of the Black Knights that we faced in the beginning of the game, and will ultimately face again at the end of the game. Yay! Looking forward to it. All right, so up the stairs, there's going to be a bunch of them here. One of them is an archer, so he's going to be the one we want to try to go for first. If I recall, there's another one hiding here. But yeah, once you're moving, these guys are very easy to deal with. Just word to the wise, when they're shooting their arrows, don't stop moving. All right, we're going to come in here first because we're going to want to go and continue our dear friend Sigurd's quest. Ooh, once, sir. Sorry. You'll not be getting me twice. Don't even know you got me once, to be honest with you, but all right. Okay, so then we're going to come down here. We're going to go rescue our dear friend Sigurd. There he is. And he is essentially trapped here, excuse me, because he wants to proceed through the castle, but he is blocked by the knights that are inside this room, which fortunately, for some reason or another, have already aggroed on us. Or at least this one is. Not sure how exactly, but I also don't really care. Makes it easier to get him into the doorway. Okay, so that's one. There are quite a few in here, so you do want to take your time and be careful. Strong advice would be aggro one, deal with one, then aggro the rest. These guys, like I said, they are not like their Black Knight counterparts, but you can get surrounded and taken out by them just as easily. So we do want to take our time. Yeah, as you can see, not much damage, but regardless, still a bit of a pain. All right, that's him dealt with. So that's this part of Sigurd's quest done. Let's see, facing towards or away? Away, safe. Ooh, Demon Titanite, even though we're not going to use it. All right, and then this opens up to here, which is right across from our original room that we took to ascend upwards. So now we can talk to him again. Exhaust his dialogue. There we go. All right. So, the ring that he gave us is the, excuse me, Tiny Beings ring. In Dark Souls 2 and upwards, I think it starts being known as the Life Ring, but it does give you a small boost to HP. In my opinion, not enough to warrant a ring slot, to be honest with you. But I guess in certain builds, it could have its purpose. Not sure as to what those would be, but anyway. So now we've got to go down. We are going to be essentially going down to that platform and pushing across. We're going to do that by descending this lovely staircase here. There we go. All right, so you guys remember we saw our friend up top. This is where he is, if anyone is curious. If you are short on Demon Titanite, then be my guest. Go ahead, get him. What's up, boys? You guys good? We are going to come down here to get our shortcut unlocked, just so we don't have to run through all the stuff we've done so far. Makes your run back a lot faster if you have this dealt with. All right, and then you're gonna go check your chains again. Away, away. Ooh, now the Silver Knight shield is a very good excuse me, a very good shield. It's got a physical resistance of 100, so very similar to the Knight shield we're using right now. But as you guys can see, like if we look at the Gargoyle shield and a couple other shields, they're not at 100%. Right, this one also has really good fire resistance as well as lightning versus the one we've got right now. So as you can see, it technically is a bit of an upgrade all around. So we're just going to switch out for it right off the bat. There we go. There is the Silver Knight armor set, if you guys want to cosplay as a Silver Knight. And we are going to come over here, and boom, there is the shortcut to the first floor. So if you guys were to run back now over here, here's our bonfire. Okay, we still have 4 Estus, so we're just going to keep going, but that's pretty much the first, I'd say easily the first half of Anor Londo done right there. All right, we're gonna run back up. We're gonna come up here. We're gonna go get ourselves essentially our end game blacksmith. So you will be coming back to go out that window, but for now, we just want to come down on this side of the stairs. There we go. There's the legendary hammer of the giant blacksmith. Who, funny enough, if you come here in Dark Souls 3, he will be here. It's just, unfortunately, he would be dead, which is very sad. But anyway, let's see. Do we have enough twinkling titanite right now? We do not. We are 1 short. Okay. That's fine. We also have the Dragon Tooth, but I'm thinking we're either going to go for our endgame weapon as either the Dragon King Great Axe or Smough's Hammer. I think for now, you take Dragon Scale. Yeah, we'll level you up. All right, let's make sure we got everything repaired. Not really necessary, but okay, you do have one for 8k, and if I buy one, I still will have enough souls to level it up. So let's just buy one. That means the next 2 that we find will be able to finish off the last level and get it to +5. There we go. So we're already up to 343 damage, which is insanity. Okay, so with these guys, like I said before, you want to be quick. They are definitely one of the enemies that if you give them the space to harm you, they will harm you. So you just want to take them out quickly. Their health is absolute trash. We'll unlock this shortcut too. I don't think we will ever use it, but just to have it unlocked. Okay, do I remember this being a gank? There's you. There's nobody hiding here. Aha. Yes, yes. There is another one. Alright, mi amigo. Oh, wait, actually, can I annoy your friend first? Yes, I can. Are you gonna jump off for me, buddy? Come on, jump off. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, always wait for the souls, because I have had it once or twice where you think they fall off, and then all of a sudden they fly back up. Alright, we got the Titanite chunk, so now that we've got this and that is unlocked, we can head back up. And next we're going to go open the gate, and then finally we're going to go through the broken window for one last item. Then we will teleport back to the bonfire, and then we will go for our amazing boss fight. Woo, I don't know how that missed. Yeah, I was gonna say, the range should have been sufficient, but alright. Also, keep in mind, this upcoming fight is another one of the fights that we do have to summon Ornstein for. So just be aware of that. Anyway, what you want to do is, these guys are slow as heck, but we do want to wait until he starts coming up these stairs, and then we're going to drop down the other side, just to make sure we have sufficient spacing to make it over here to unlock the gate. They are slow, but their weapon reach is nothing to joke about, very similarly to the ones we have fought thus far. As always, bait the attack. Attack from behind. They have a very similar health pool to the ones we've fought before too, so 2 strikes is still enough to take them down. But here you go. That's the last main shortcut of this area complete. There is the boss, our dear friends Ornstein and Smough. Only thing standing between us and them is this last... Woo! Okay. I thought I was tight enough to your side that that wouldn't hit me, but I stand corrected, so right, I do forget you have Wrath of the Gods. Do excuse me for 1 second while I heal, my good sir. Alright, I'm gonna roll past this dear friend of ours and take him out. Sir, that was exceptionally rude to land on my head like that. This is not Mario. Alright, there we go. And then up there's the boss. We will be going to do that in a second. Apologies, misclick. Alright, now we're going to run back up and we're going to head towards that window with the hole that we saw earlier. Also, while we're doing this, for those of you following the Subnautica series, just a quick update. I am working on the next episode, which is the No Surface, No Vehicle Challenge. However, after numerous deaths, I have decided that we will be switching it up. I will be playing it on PC instead of console, just to make it easier for timing outside of water. There you go, guys. Run along the platform, jump over the fence, land, and then you've got yourself your great bow and great arrows, just in case anyone is doing a bow build. You do have to homeward bone out of this location, but regardless, we're done. We're good to go. We are going to use the humanity we found earlier, switch back to human form. We will be unable to kindle, unfortunately, so we will only have the 5, but you know what? We will make it work. Alright, let's make sure that I did indeed exhaust. Yes, I did. Okay, cool. Alright, so now off to the fight. So again, we're going to come through here. And we're just going to... Ooh. Aw. I was going to say he dropped his sword, but nope. They weren't going to make it that easy. This spear from these guys is also very good. In nowhere, shape, or form is it even remotely as good as our halberd, but it is not a bad weapon. Okay, we're gonna restart this. I don't know why this one had to be a pain in my butt. Uh-oh. Burning Death. Okay. Well, looks like we got some PvP, guys. It's always good to show some respect. What the heck? Oh, he trapped me in this. Oh, I completely forgot about that. I don't even remember the name of... Yeah, you're good, buddy. You're good. I don't even remember the name of that spell. Goodness gracious. It is used by the stone giants. And he just took our one humanity that we had. So we are not going to be able to summon Solaire to the fight. Joyful, joyful. Well, that's kind of annoying. Oh wait, actually no, we should get it back, right? No, we will not get it back. Okay. All right, looks like we are doing the fight without Solaire. It is what it is. I don't know why I'm having such trouble with these guys this time. But yeah, you do want to, excuse me, you do want to make it to the fight with as much Estus as you can. Let me see, I don't have it right. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Ooh, wait, we are going into a fight. Let's leave. Yeah, let's lead by example here. Remember what I said? If you guys have a large amount of souls, it's always good to spend them before you go in. Okay, so that gets us to our vitality of 25, which is where we want it to be. We are good to go. All right, let's get to the boss. No mistakes this time. I don't know what the heck is going on here. Okay, I'm gonna clip this out. Ooh, never mind. Okay, you know what? They say everything happens for a reason. That was our reason right there. We got the sword. Not anything we will be using. It's definitely not a strength build. I would say it's going to find its best utilization either in a dex build or a quality build. But regardless, heck of a good weapon. Same thing with the spear, but this gentleman doesn't seem to want to pass up his weapon to us. He wants to hand it down generation to generation, I'm assuming. You gonna give it to us? No, you're not. All right, that's fine. Got another chance for it right here. Also, do not underestimate the reach. Oh, good God. These guys have. Their reach is quite extensive. Never mind. We're just getting all the weapons today, eh? There we go. Silver Knight Spear. So unupgraded, it already has a C scaling in Dex. If I remember correctly, fully upgraded, you can get this all the way to an A scaling. It does require quite a bit of Dex, 22 to wield, but the damage is pretty good overall, starting off at a 163 already. Anyway, I wanted to make it to our friends with full health and full Estus, but that's fine. We will make do with one Estus short. That's just the way it's gonna be, it looks like, unfortunately. Oh, broke your ankles, bro. Do be mindful of these Silver Knights trying to bombard us with arrows. And do watch your back with these guys. As I said, their reach is quite extensive. All right, well, we're here. Time for our dynamic duo. Now, usually I would prefer to kill Smough first and fight Super Ornstein. But that's just because I'm more a fan of the Dragon Spear than I am of the of Smough's Hammer. But regardless, Smough's Hammer is a strength weapon. Okay. And we are doing a strength build. I don't understand what's going on here, but all right. I'll trade with you, brother. As always, trick is remain calm. Do watch out for that lovely lightning attack, though. It does deal a significant amount of damage if he hits you with it. As does that amazing charge attack. But anyway, we are here for Smough. We are going to ignore Ornstein as much as humanly possible. I mean, sorry, other way around. We're going to ignore Smough as much as possible because we want to eliminate Ornstein first. It is a little on the difficult side because Smough's always doing his awesome jump and charge attacks, which even though I'm dodging, seem to be hitting me for some reason. This just doesn't seem to be a good run. But it is Dark Souls. We must play the hand that we are dealt. Alright, well, that's one, boys. Oh, damn! Brother, what is my HP? No, sir. Oh, come on, you gotta be joking me. Alright, not a good run, not a good run. That's fine. Has been quite a while since I fought the lovely dynamic duo, so... Now, for those of you wondering, because of the lack of our humanity, yes, you can skip summoning Sunbro for this fight. It's not a requirement. It is preferred for his questline, but it is not a absolute requirement. Like, you're not gonna not summon him in this one fight and then miss out on the rest of his story. I really don't understand how I'm right behind my guy and the backstabs still aren't going through, but like I said, we'll deal with that later. Yes, and then he blocks even though he's not blocking. Bruh. 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 Anor Londo's on its BS today. Alright, anyway. That's our 3 friends done and dealt with. Just want to make sure there isn't anything in this room with you, right? No, there isn't. It's just you. Sorry, buddy. Another time. Your materials are not required for my weapons. Right. See you, boys. Gonna go say hi to Team Rocket. Sup, guys? Y'all good? I want my souls back before anything else, so give me a minute. Actually, I don't need a minute. Give me a second. I'll be right with y'all. Sorry, guys. Where the hell? I saw you on the other side of the room. Bro. Y'all trying too hard today, huh? Y'all trying too hard today. Alright, I see how it's gonna be today. Alright, so Ornstein just wants to stay back today and piss us off with his long-range lightning nonsense. That's fine. We'll take a chance to heal here. Sorry, sir. Alright. That is Ornstein down. As you can see, Black Knight Halberd doing work. Alright, so now the main thing you gotta worry about here is Smough's butt slam and his charge. That's really the only 2 things he's gonna have to really do damage to you. And by really, I mean like potential one-shot depending on where your health is. So what you want to do is just bait the attack out. Attack and be patient. We deal enough damage that this is not going to be by any means a war of attrition. But this is the attack you want to watch out for, and it's mainly because of the lightning effect. He also has a, I guess you could say like a top attack where he spins around. But I have very rarely ever seen that attack, to be honest with you. Okay, I don't understand why our attacks are clipping through instead of hitting, but that's pretty much like we should be on 1 hit by now. It's 2 attacks that literally just clipped right through him. Okay, I guess it's hitting his hammer. No, sir. I also keep leaving lock-on range for some reason. Alright, game. Oh, guess not. Now it's game. GG, boys! And we got the Soul of Smough. Yay! Alright, well, that's the dynamic duo out of the way. Let's go say hello to our fair maiden. We're gonna miss this. Oh, we made it. Dear Lord. 50k souls is a nice consolation prize for that fight. Alright. Let us light this up. And we're gonna get our dexterity, geez. Our endurance up to 20. And now we're gonna start working on strength again. Like I said, aiming for between 40 to 45. If we get to 50, yay, but I highly doubt we will. All right, here we go. And there she is. Get the Lord Vessel.
Oh, chosen undead,
And there's the Lord Vessel.
and beseech thou. Oh, chosen
One more time,
undead,
just before what is about to happen.
since the day now
Okay,
thou shalt
now we do want to do all the bosses, which means unfortunately
thou
she has to go. Do not feel too bad, as she's not actually even here, to be honest with you. This is a illusion, but we must dispel said illusion. So, whoop. I can aim, I swear. Swoop. There we go. Done. And now Anor Londo will turn to night.
Thou that tarnisheth the godmother's image, I am Gwyndolin. And thy transgression shall not go unpunished. Thou shalt perish in the twilight of Anor Londo.
Brother, we coming back for you later, and I'm literally about to teleport out of here, so I don't know what twilight I'm gonna suffer from you, but word. Alright, we're gonna walk back to Firelink Shrine. And here we are. And here is Sigurd. That was a mistake. We want to answer the yes. Let's see if I can reset this.
There you are. I'll be heading. There's nothing worthwhile. No worries.
Okay, never mind. We are supposed to hit yes, but it won't damage the quest. So, we're good to go. Okay, so now we are at a crossroads. Now we have to go after the 4 lords. Once they are done, we will tackle any of the optional bosses we have left in this world. Then we will go and deal with the DLCs, and then we will finish the story by taking on Gwyn himself. But for now, we are at the crossroads of which of the 4 lords to go after first. I always like to get the most annoying one out of the way first, so we are actually going to head to the Daughter of Chaos, and we are going to start our journey down into the Demon Ruins. I don't have one, do I? I do not. Okay. Alright, well, let's begin. We will not get very far. We're already almost at 35 minutes. As I said, I don't like keeping these longer than an hour. Around an hour to just a little over, that would be fine, but not too much over. So first thing we're gonna do is come on back down here. I guess we can, right? Yeah, we do have one. Don't really need it though. Okay, we're gonna rest here just in case we die. Then we don't respawn by Firelink Shrine. But I have no intention of dying. The first boss is a bit of a joke. So we're just gonna take the shortcut and slide down here instead of running all the way around. And we're gonna go take care of our dear friend Ceaseless Discharge. So this guy is a bit of a joke. There is a strategy to kill him quite easily. So we're gonna come here, and we're just gonna run over. He is the first boss we must defeat, because unfortunately all this lava that is blocking our progression is essentially coming from him. So if we do not take him out, we unfortunately cannot progress down to take out the Lord of this area, which is the Bed of Chaos. Not really more of a boss, as it is an annoying platformer fight, but whatever. It is what it is. This is Ceaseless. We are not going to actually fight him. We are going to cheese the hell out of him. And how we are going to do that is over here. It's actually a very good pyromancy set. But it is one of the dead Daughters of Chaos, aka one of Quaelag's sisters. He is actually Quaelag's brother. And we are going to piss him off by picking this up. Now, when you pick this up, you do not want to immediately run. He will one-shot you. Alright? What you want to do is pick it up, have him get angry. Okay? He's going to do his attack. And then, once he starts moving, that is when we are going to attempt to run. Now, you want to be quick here. And you're going to head back into this tunnel. It is easier to do this without armor entirely, if I'm being honest with you. I just don't like it because it does run the risk of being one-shotted. But after he does that initial attack, and the moment he starts walking towards you, that is your cue to hightail it. And what we're going to do is we're going to hightail it all the way back to the gate. All the way back to the fog wall. And don't worry about looking back. Trust me, he's following you. But once you get here, he's going to jump. We're going to dodge it. And then you just have to attack his hand a few times. And he will fall to his death. Like so. And there we go. That is Ceaseless Discharge done. And now we can actually access the lower demonic ruins. If you guys would like to fight him straight up, be my guest. I'm not saying he's intentionally like hard or anything. The one thing I'd say is it's very reminiscent of the old Iron King fight in DS2, right? So you just gotta dodge his attacks, wait till he slams, attack his hands. If you're a range build, then hey, even better for you, you know? Just go for the ranged attacks or magic attacks, it's up to you. He is susceptible to both. But now that that is done, we have access to down here. One thing I'm going to do quickly, though, is I'm going to take this off and I'm going to slap on my Ring of Sacrifice. I don't want to risk 36k souls. I know that's probably equivalent to like 1 level for us right now, but hey, 1 level is 1 level, right? Alright, anywho, we're going to run on down here. There are a couple items past the Taurus demons. However, I would wait until we have the orange ring, I believe it is, or whatever the name of the lava walking ring is, which we will get from killing the centipede demon, which is not the next boss, but the boss right after. It does allow you to walk on lava, which is what we need to take care of one of those items at least. These guys are essentially a joke now. If you guys remember, he was one of the bosses we fought at the beginning, and now he is, well, Not now he is. I think he was pretty much a 2 or 3 shot back then too, but he's definitely a 2 shot now. And as you can see, he is a normal enemy in this part. And there will be quite a few of them. As you can see. Now I'm going to be showing you guys a way that we could pretty much get past almost all of them. And that is, we're just going to roll down right here. And that eliminates fighting pretty much all of those guys. We're going to come grab this item. And we are going to have to take out Mr. Wormy Worm in order to get our bonfire. But that is not as hard as everybody thinks. You just have to be very quick on your roll. And they give 900 souls each, which is not bad. It's not bad at all. But there you go. We are officially at our first area here. We do have a boss right there that we are going to go beat right now and then finish up Solaire's quest line just to save him in this episode so we don't have to worry about it for the rest of the playthrough. Do keep in mind these statues, you're going to see a few of them as we progress further. Be mindful when they're just stable like this, they are of no threat. If you look at this one, where the tip of the spear is, you can see it bobbing up and down slowly. That is not a statue, it is an enemy. They are pretty much a one-shot, they are not hard to kill at all, but what we do want first is this lovely little soul item back here. Lovely 2-piece of green titanite. Squeeze on past there. Supper. Thought I didn't see you, huh? Again, let's just make sure nobody coming. Nope. This is a look at our upcoming boss. Not the one we're going to fight right now, but the one after. This is the centipede. I knew one of you guys would try to sneak up on me. That is the centipede demon. Let's see if we can get a better view for you guys. That is the centipede demon. We should probably have a better view when we get to that item over there. I'll show him to you. He is pretty big. He is not by any means hard or challenging. He's just, to be honest with you, annoying. Alright, so that takes care of these guys. Taurus Demon, you guys are familiar with him. He was the very first boss we fought. Not much has changed, apart from the fact that he is pretty much a 2-shot now. I believe the first time we fought him, we had to hit him like 6 or 7 times. As you can see now, 2-shot. Anyway, we're going to come down here real quick firstly. Do be mindful of their jump attacks, though. Well, be mindful of their attacks, period. They are slow. They're easy to bait. If he does hit you, they do a tremendous amount of damage, though. Not to mention, keep in mind, we are fighting them on a ledge, so be mindful of that as well. You can pretty much always tell when they're going to do the jump attack, because they're going to pause first. Extremely good indication. That attack you really want to watch out for. That attack will send you careening off the edge. We'll bait one more. Yes, that attack is a real pain. It will deal damage, but it will also send you flying off the edge, so just be mindful of it. Alright, here we got to be very careful. There are going to be quite a few of these lovely wormies. Oh! I rolled, not dodged, but alright. They do quite a bit of damage. You also want to watch out for their, I guess you could say, spray. You know what? Screw it. We're just going to run. We're going to run, let them drop down, and we will deal with them after we get the item. Yes. Alright. And then here we are for our item. There is the large ember. Woo! I thought he had ignored me. I was wrong. Yes, that attack, it does do item durability damage, so it will A, destroy your armor, B, destroy your weapon, so keep that in mind and be careful. These guys are a pretty good farm for green titanite, though. Well, they're a good farm for a few things. But they are very annoying. So, very easy strategy though. Hit, roll back, hit, roll back. And at 900 souls a pop, you can't really go wrong. What? My dude taking it like a champ. Bye-bye. Alright, there we go. We are done with this section now. Gonna run back over. Excuse me. Take out the Capra demon that's over there. Get the last soul item. And then it is on to the boss, then on to save Solaire, and then we will call it for this episode and start fighting the Centipede Demon in the upcoming episode. There are a couple more worms here. I would suggest running past, and then we will fight them from the back. We're going to lure these two statues down before anything else. I thought the hitbox was over. Apparently it was not. Alright, then we're gonna come up here and kill Mr. Capra. What's up, bruh? Now, they do have a chance of dropping the Demon Great Machete, which is also a fantastic weapon if they do drop it. You can farm them for it. I'm not interested because we already have our weapons chosen for the playthrough. But not a bad weapon by any means. Alright, I'm gonna bait him. Then run into it again. Let him do his freak outs. And finish him off. Green Titanite? No Titanite. Okay, well, thanks anyway, brother. Okay, let's go in and deal with Mr. Firesage. I do believe that is it. There's one more soul item we missed at the very top. But, oh, wait, yes, I wanted to show you guys the Centipede Demon from over here. So he will drop down when we get into his arena. But that is essentially him hanging off the wall here. You've got one head here, two more heads hidden over here by the pillar, and then his legs down there holding on. And then down there is his arena where we will be fighting him. And we will deal with that fun stuff when we get there. For now, what we're gonna want to do, this guy is a fire boss. We are gonna switch over to the flame defense, or flame stone. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Flame stone plate ring, just to boost our fire defenses. I do not think we have anything else that would be helpful in this fight. No. Just to be safe in case we have to, I'm going to give that, which will give us another heal. All right. Oh my goodness, I am an idiot. Sorry guys, we forgot to do one important thing. We actually cannot progress in any of the 4 areas until we have... No? Okay, I'll take a free Estus, thank you. Until we have dropped the Lord Vessel off, which will essentially break the seal on these areas. Don't worry, the good news is this will literally take 30 seconds and we will be right back. The one other thing I'm thinking of doing... Actually... Yeah, you know what? This will be a pivotal bonfire if we revisit this area. So not only are we going to turn human, but we'll also kindle it once. Just to get us the 10 Estus. Okay, so now let us go and deliver the Lord Vessel to the kiln, and then we will warp back there quickly, take out the... Alright, now this, I forget his name, but he is one of the primordial serpents. I think his name is Frampt. There's another one named Karth. They both fight over essentially which ending is correct. To be honest with you, there are a few endings I don't really prefer one over the other, nor do I really waste the time in talking to them. You can for a story progression, like lore, but as you can see, you can go through and advance without it, so not really necessary. We're just going to come down here, going to place the Lord Vessel, and this will eliminate the barrier that is blocking the advancement to the four lords. Don't ask me how that thing fit in our inventory. Alright, we are good to go. Now, instead of going back up and doing that whole thing, because the bonfire we last rested on was still at the demonic ruins, we will just homeward bone, and we are good to go. We'll have to kill these amazing fire vases. I forgot what they're actually called. They do look kind of like a vase, eh? Or a vase phase, however you pronounce it. They're essentially free souls. Actually, not essentially. They are free souls. Who am I kidding? Alright, Mr. Taurus Demon. Let's get it, brother. Come on, jumpy jump. Thank you, thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah, this thing is essentially a... Ooh, we got another Demon Great Axe. Raw. That's gonna be awesome. Alright, easy, brother, easy. Alright, we're just gonna get these guys to come on down. 2 for 1. Can't go wrong. Okay, I do not recall there being any summons to this boss fight. Doesn't look like it. But before we go to the boss, we are going to go save our dear friend Solaire. So what we're going to do is we're going to come on down here. We're going to try to get the items while we're here too, so we're just going to... Never mind, I wanted to jump, but apparently we're going to roll. Whatevs. Anyway, whether you fall or roll, we're going to come on down here. I'll get that item on the way back up before we get out. So this is the door that we paid for opening with all that awesome humanity we essentially just gave away. And these are the enemies that we are down here to kill. Now, these 4 are not the ones we are looking for. The one we are looking for is behind the door, to which we cannot get unless you have donated the 30 humanity to Quaylag's sister. But if you have, you can touch the door and it will open. If you haven't, it will remain shut. You will not even get the option to touch it. Oh, I was hoping he was gonna stay there. Okay, now we are essentially looking for the sunlight maggot. You can tell it by looking at his face or by killing until you get the sunlight maggot helm, which is the item we just got. Yay. So now that you've done that, Solaire is now safe. Thank God, amen. We are also going to try our best to get this lizard. Amen. There's our last 2 Twinkling Titanite, and we need to upgrade this bad boy to +5. Take care of these guys. And then down this way is a lovely little shortcut. It essentially allows you to skip out on the Firelink Sage, but we are here to... Firelink Sage, Jesus Christ. The Fire Sage. This is one of the optional runbacks you can use to get back to this area. I'm not really a fan of running back to this area. I'm not a fan of this area, period, if I'm going to be honest. The one problem is, and why I'm not going to kill him right now, this is pretty much the only Demon Titanite demon or Titanite demon, I guess you don't have to say demon Titanite demon, just Titanite demon, that respawns. So if you're looking for one to farm, to just continuously keep getting demon Titanite, this is your guy. Just one word of caution. Just remember, as you kill the Titanite demons, the remaining ones get stronger. So if you just continuously keep farming him, he will... Okay, no idea how you survived that, but thank you, goodbye. He will progressively get stronger. But regardless, now that that specific bug there is dead, and we know that we've done it correctly because you get the Sunlight Maggot Helm, we have officially saved Solaire. He will not go crazy, and you will not have to fight and kill him. So, yay, happy days. Sunlight Bro is safe. You will get an achievement if this is your first time saving him too, which is going to be great. We just want to go grab that soul item really quickly. Next one. There we go. Alright, and then we are gonna make this roll. Save on losing some health. It'll only take off a little smidgen instead of a huge chunk. Alright, Sunlight Bro is safe. We are going to end off with kicking the fire demon's butt. And then we will call it for this episode. If you guys also want, I do this in this order for a reason. I really despise the Demonic Ruin area. I am not particularly a fan of any of the bosses. This boss that we're going to fight now, I pretty much consider a cheap copy of the tutorial boss. The Centipede Demon, unique boss, yes, but kind of a pain in the butt. Very hard to fight in terms of the arena it's in. The boss itself is easy, but the arena is a pain. And then finally, the Bed of Chaos is a complete nightmare. To be honest with you, it's more RNG than skill-based, if I'm being honest with you. You'll see when we get there as to why. But more importantly, it also allows you to come down here to do the saving of Solaire, which gets you the Sunlight Maggot, which is probably the best item apart from the Skull Lantern that you can have for doing the next Lord we're gonna do, which would be Nito in the Crypts. And that's because they're dark as hell, and as you can see, this helmet has a built-in light source, which is going to aid us astronomically in that area. Alright, but for now, we're gonna go beat Mr... Right, do I have the stone plate ring? I do. Okay, we're gonna go beat the cheap skin version of the tutorial boss. As you can see now why I call it that. Right! Also, be careful of when he attacks. As you can see, it does have a explosive field around it after he attacks. That's probably the only unique thing about this boss. Other than that, it is pretty much a... I don't understand how my iframes are not catching this. And as always, just as with the tutorial boss, be wary of the butt slam. Just note that not every time... Wow. Wow! Not every time he jumps up is it an actual attack. He does also have that flyback attack. This boss is, in its own way, probably very annoying. But as you can see, you can get him stuck. Because, you know, original mechanics, right? I just do not understand how he's hitting us with our iframes, but I will leave that question for another day. But right now, it's very simple. Stay close. Avoid the butt slam. The fire stone plate ring should also help immensely, as his attacks are fire-based. As you can see, annoying, but easy. Stay calm, keep your heals, and you'll be good to go. Ooh! He dropped the Demon's Catalyst, brother. So this, apart from the Insanity Catalyst, is probably one of the best catalysts in the game. So if you guys are doing a sorcery build, this is an insanely good item to have. Anyway, let's proceed on down. We are going to unlock the next bonfire, and then we will end it here for this episode and jump on to our dear friend, the Centipede Demon, on our next go. Also, I will show you one last shortcut, which will lead us back up to Quelaag's sister. That lovely platform you kept seeing me run around, the one that has the button on it. It's not just an aesthetical choice by the game designers. It actually is a shortcut. So we're going to activate that shortcut right after taking care of these guys right here. Bye. Grab another soul item. All right. So we'll activate it. We're not going to follow it up. The trick is just to have it activated. But that essentially goes right back up to the room in which we destroyed the illusionary wall to get to Quelaag's sister. Let's continue this down. And look at that, our next boss fight already. The beautiful part about this boss fight is we can summon Solaire for it, but that is the Centipede Demon, which then directly after defeating and obtaining the orange ring, we will enter the final stage of this level, which is then at the end where we will fight the Bed of Chaos. So, the last thing we're going to do, as always, we're going to use all our soul items that we found in this episode. Oh, just shy of 100k. I was hoping we'd get to 40. That's fine. 38's not bad. Alright boys, we are now up to 38 strength. I do believe we should be getting to the point where we could start rocking some better armor. We're still not at the point where we could rock Havel's armor, I don't think. Definitely not. Can we do the Silver Knight armor? Yes, we can. Alright. At least this gives us a little extra protection. As I said, I'm not a fan of the armor. Actually, let's see if we can do the black iron. I do like the black iron set. Nope. Too heavy for that too. Wanderer set, knight armor. I guess we could do the knight's armor. Knight's armor will also not be a bad choice. What we got here? You do physical 52. And the knight's armor does 37. Heck yeah. If we can do the full set of silver knight armor, that would be amazing. I doubt it though. Yeah. Shame. Or actually, take off our shield. There we go. We can. Yeah, we'll have a medium roll, but hey, it's still better than a fat roll, right? Alright, we will continue here once we get back. So look forward to it in the next episode. This will be one of our last fights with Solaire. As you can see, there's his summon sign at the tip of my spear. If you have not done the shortcut I just showed you guys in order to kill the Sunlight Maggot, if you complete this fight, whether you summon him or not. The moment you advance past this fight is where he will go insane, and you will have to fight him. So if you haven't done it yet, this is your last chance. Go do it before you proceed, and you'll be good to go. Alright guys, hope everybody's having a good one, and I will catch you in the next one.